Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta, alongside my co-host Ryan Ferran. Today, we're here to talk about Episode 3 of House of the Dragon. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media pages, The Popcorn Pod, Popcorn Pod Gaming, both of those on TikTok, The Popcorn Podcast, Ferran_12, Tommy-Cresta, and The Popcorn Studios on YouTube. But before we get too far into this review, Ryan, how are you doing?
Great, excellent, of course. Always the same. Yeah, great. Feeling even better, dude. I just want to tell the people I did hit an albatross the other day on the 4th of July. I did hit an albatross. You'll never hear me. You'll never hear the end of it. I may have shot a 94 on the round. I'm still not great, but I do have an albatross to my name now.
First time breaking 100.
It is the first time breaking 100.
Now your next thing's got to be consistent in the low 90s.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm shooting about a 111 next time I go golfing. I know it already. 100%.
I can't wait till you guys come down and play golf, and we all just shoot like a 110.
No, yeah. It's funny. I set up 18 birdies. I didn't have an account, so I just set that up just while I was like watching the episode for the second time. And it asked like, "What's your goals? Break 100, break 90, break 80?" And I almost hit break 90, but I was like, I'm just gonna do 100. I'm not doing it again for a little bit.
I did mine's break 80. That's my end goal, is to break 80.
Yeah, that's fair for you.
One time.
Yeah, because you break 90 consistently.
Yeah. 15.4 handicap.
They give me I think 25.3, something like that. But I only put in the one round, so.
Oh, yeah, you got to do all your
It's going to be a little, yeah. I'm sure it'll go up.
Jump up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, here to talk about House of the Dragon, 3rd episode. First 2 episodes were pretty good. Ryan, what are your initial thoughts on this 3rd episode?
This episode was a little slower than the last 2, I think. I think we can all kind of agree on that. But I think it was another good episode. Not great. It was definitely, I think, my least favorite of this season so far. But at the same time, just 3 episodes in, that's not really saying much. It was still a fine episode. I liked that, we kind of got the insight for Rhaenyra, and seeing as how just, she wanted to be queen for so long, but she never... I mean, it's pretty, it happens in like every show where somebody finally gets into power and then they're like, oh, wait, I have to do things? This sucks. But, I think they did a pretty good job of it, especially with just all the shit happening in her life. Her having to, Daemon keeps telling her she has to kill her brother, half-brother.
Yep.
Yeah, half-brother.
Darren.
Yeah, Darren. Even though, and then all the random little things like her trying to figure out what to wear and then getting her period halfway through that scene, and then Daemon saying, all right, we have the Red Keep now, let's conquer the fucking world. And I loved her just being like, can we slow down for like a day, please? And he just gets pissed off. But yeah, I thought this episode was pretty good. I didn't think it was fantastic, but again, I thought it was a good kind of like slow down, kind of catch your breath kind of episode. But still maybe the most tense of the season, just with Rhaenyra just figuring everything out and still kind of being new to ruling. So we'll see where it keeps going, but I hope we get more. It seems like we're going to get more battles next episode. Maybe not battles, but at least the setup for something pretty big with how this episode ends and the big reveal towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, definitely there's going to be some dragons in the next episode, like dragons getting some fire going.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought they did a really good job of like dealing with Rhaenyra and what you said. Like she finally gets to that point of power, and now she has to actually learn what she's doing. Because as much as she was taught at a young age, she didn't really have a kingdom to rule. She had, what was the place they were living? Dragonstone.
Yeah,
Dragonstone was a small little island compared to what.
Yeah, it's not a big place.
And I really liked how we're learning how she's going to be as a queen and how she wants to be different. She wants to rule with mercy, but also be strong, which I feel like we see a lot of. Like that's like the big trope is like, oh, I want to be strong, but I also don't want to be like weak. But I think they're doing a good job of how they're going to go about it. And I really liked when she took the scene with all like the rich folk and she pretty much robbed them. I thought that was a really cool way to do it and show that she does want to be a good queen. And I think it's just going to be, I think it's going to be a crazy next couple episodes. And I think Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy are just absolutely fantastic. I say it every episode, I think, since we reviewed episode whatever, when they joined the show. But that scene when they figure out that's not Darren, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a good little go.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't expect it at all. I was especially kind of turned around because remember in episode it was episode 1, right, where you see Ormond for the first time, or was that episode 2?
Yeah, I think that's episode 1.
We just see him in the very beginning.
Mhm.
Remember there was that kid who like his squire or whatever, the kid he like gave the note to, and both of us, I feel like a lot of people were like, okay, that's probably Darren. That's but I guess I didn't really think it through that Darren should have silver hair and that kid just didn't. But at the same time, if they do a double flip around and that kid he's been dyeing his hair brown, he actually is Darren. I don't know. Even though that kid was a little older. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
that
maybe
guy was
that's what
just a
Ormond
random
did.
dude.
Maybe Ormond had him dye his hair brown and had this. This poor kid is also just going through it. I felt so bad for him.
Oh yeah, the kid, he's just a normal kid. He's like, please don't kill me.
He's like, my mom's just a merchant. She's not a queen. She's nothing.
Yeah, it was good though.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I hope Allison gets something to do soon because she was
really
kind of standing around for a lot of this episode. Even in the scene that you just said, where they figure out that it's not actually Darren. She has like one line. She's like, it's not actually my kid. Like, the facial expression was pretty good. Just the facial acting from Olivia Cook was good. But I hope she gets more to do in the near future rather than just standing around being like, I really thought she was going to do more in this episode after seeing Otto die.
I was especially with didn't do the look. Because I mean, that can like consistent problem of like that they're ever going to actually get on common ground. I know they'll never be on full common ground.
That's kind of the point. Like,
but it felt like I was like, okay, there's no more for them to fight about. So I'm happy that they didn't fully go the route of like her wanting to side against her rule now.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be friendly anymore. Like they really shouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't. I don't think they should despise each other. But at the same time, I mean, the thing was, yeah, Allison and Helena are going to get to just go. That didn't happen anymore. And on top of that, Otto got killed, not in front of Allison, but she walked in and just see her dad's headless corpse on the ground. So, she shouldn't be happy or even just like at peace with saying, okay, I'll just stay here in the Red Keep as a prisoner. I mean, she should be pissed off. She should be angry. And I hope it comes out that maybe she got some sort of letter out to Ormond and everything that happens at the end of this episode, we find out Allison had something to do with that. I think that'd be kind of cool, but we'll see. I hope that Allison and Rhaenyra don't just become friends again.
I don't want them to be friends.
They really shouldn't.
But I don't want them. I feel like at this point, Allison should just leave, just go. I feel like the main battle now is.
Well, yeah, that was the plan, and then Rhaenyra didn't do that.
Well, she has a fair reason to do it.
What was the reason?
That she now needs to keep them under her control until they can fully get rid of everyone who can make a run at the throne, because she can't seem like she's doing favors for the High Towers yet.
Yeah, that is a pretty fair reason. But
I feel like you can get away with it if like it was Rhaenyra. Like, don't people know? Do the people know that they were friends? Is that like common knowledge?
I don't. I not between the common folk for sure. Maybe between someone like the lords and ladies, but the common folk definitely don't know like the inner workings of who's friends with who in the Red Keep. That's probably not a thing.
True.
They barely even know who their king is. I mean, use the high. I assume that was the High Septon that she offered. She said like, you gotta, we have to do the ceremony. And I like that scene too when he said no, because the common folk, I just crowned Aegon and did that whole thing like 2 months ago. I can't just go crowning another queen just because you kind of want me to. Like, just, I can't just go crowning somebody every couple of months. That defeats the entire purpose of not only what a king and queen is, but also the religious aspect of it. It takes that away completely. He says, hey, don't disregard the religion. It's important. The people are religious. The people believe in, the new gods. So if we just go around crowning somebody every couple of months because, somebody else just wants the throne or won the throne, then it kind of defeats the entire purpose of the coronation in the first place. If you're having a new king or queen every couple of months, then why are we even doing this? Why are we worrying about this?
No, I agree. That was a great scene. And I think the guy who plays the priest was amazing. That dude was giving it his all in that scene. He knew this was like a big moment for him, and he went for it. And
he's like, I'm not getting any more lines. Gotta make my style.
Like, all right, go for it now. I like how they did like the anxiety with Rhaenyra, like the ringing in the ears.
Mm-hmm.
And I like she has Saria and her have a line that she's like, I don't feel anything anymore. And it kind of goes off like, you hear so many parents talk about it and people who lose like loved ones, like wife, husband, that kind of level, that
Yeah.
they lose like the happiness in their life. They just feel very monotone all the time. Billy Bob Thornton always says that he's 50% happy, 50% sad all the time. And I feel like that's kind of where Rhaenyra is getting, because she's lost almost everything that she had.
Mm-hmm. Almost everything. I completely forgot Joffrey existed until this episode. I had to Google. It's like, did Rhaenyra have another kid? And yeah, you do see him for like a scene in the first season. I forget where he went. I'm sure they sent him off to like Pentos or something. But
He's at the Vale.
oh, is he?
I thought that's what they said. Maybe I got it wrong.
I don't know.
Well, breaking down the episode, like going in order, the episode opens up to Ormond submitting to Daemon. And that was an awesome shot of Daemon with the dragons behind him. Matt Smith also. You are fantastic as Daemon. It is actually one of my favorite parts of the show. And then they, of course, take Daeron Targaryen as a hostage. And as Ryan brought up, Daemon believes that they should execute the child because he has a path to the throne. And I know I said it earlier this season. I was like, no, maybe Daemon's all good now. Like, we're not going to have anything to worry about. This episode really puts that into question because it seems like you said, he has way bigger aspirations than just being the king. Well, is he still considered a king?
Who's that?
Daemon, because he's married to the queen.
No, he's the like prince consort or something like that.
Is that
what they were calling him that?
Well, they called him the rogue prince in this too.
Yeah, that was his old nickname. That was kind of like the derogatory-ish nickname for him.
It's a dope nickname.
Yeah, it's cool. But I'm pretty sure I want to say prince consort, something like that. He's not king, because somebody calls him king, I think, in season 2 or something. Or maybe even I don't remember. Somebody calls him king, and he's like, no, I'm not the king. I'm the prince consort, whatever the fuck they call him. So many titles.
There are so many titles. I liked Allison's. Going from there, I liked Allison's plan of just declaring Aegon's dead. She brought up such a great point that she's like, no one knows what he looks like now. He's just a burn victim that they could make up any story and that it's a fake. And I think that was a chance for Rhaenyra to be like, okay, that's a good idea. Now you can go, but you have to defend this if anyone brings it up to you that your son's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, Joffrey is in the Vale. You were right. I don't know. I don't remember when she sent him there, but also Googling that sucked so bad because every time I say Joffrey, it was like, well, Joffrey actually is not alive yet. He's not alive until Game of Thrones. And no, not that one.
They also, I kept calling, me and Ryan talked about this off the podcast. I called it the captain of the ship. I kept calling her Bitch Fist.
Yeah.
That's the name of her ship.
The name of her ship.
Sorry that I got that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. As we spoke about, the High Septon refuses to do the ceremony to officially make Rhaenyra queen under the gods. And as we said, it's probably one of the strongest scenes of the episode. And something that's not a scene, it kind of happens throughout the episode. I love the sequence of rats. It's so icky.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Especially because it's just another point of Rhaenyra having to kind of pick up the pieces of what Aegon left her after Aegon hung all of the rat catchers.
Yeah, hung the rat catchers.
Two of them, or one of them, well, there was 2 guys, but only one of them cut. I don't remember what Aegon and Helena's son's name was, but they chopped his head off, which Helena kind of forgot about, I guess, because she's just fine seeing Rhaenyra. Like, you think with as like, emotional as she gets, you think she'd be like, oh, well, you sent that guy to chop my son's head off right in front of me. But she just didn't bring it up at all.
Yeah, she didn't call for that, right? It was Daemon who does it.
I think it was Daemon. Yeah, it was Daemon.
For a second, I was like, wait, did she do that?
Hmm. This makes it Allison's fine because they already had that scene in the Sept where they, they kind of talked it out. But Helena didn't get that yet, so I kind of maybe thought she would at least bring it up and say, "Hey, fuck you." But whatever.
But I guess she's not really in a place to make those kind of comments right now.
Yeah.
If you're being held captive, you're gonna tell your captor, "Fuck you."
It'd make for good drama. I don't know. It'd be more entertaining.
From there, Corlys has the dinner with Alan and Adam with Rhaenyra, where he wants to legitimize the kids. And Rhaenyra, this is the biggest asshole thing she's done in the show so far, is that she makes a whole big scene about this. Well, not in this scene, but later on. That she doesn't want to legitimize?
Yeah.
Yeah, legitimize them because of the whole situation that she has where her kids weren't legitimate. Just just do it. Why not? Just do it. You're already the queen. No one cares.
Yeah. Well, she makes the point that, I mean, it's easy to say that, but it's also that she never legitimized her kids. She just lied that they were legitimate. So all the rumors that they are bastards, and they are bastards, but the rumors are still circulating. People still say, oh yeah, those kids were bastards. They're not true Targaryens. They're not true, or at least, still Valerians at that point. If she goes around legitimizing, the first couple bastards that somebody asked her to on her first or second day as queen, then people are just going to go, oh yeah, no, they are bastards then. She doesn't care about that. She doesn't care if they're bastards or not. She doesn't care about, the proper order of things. Like, you got to remember, in this world, that matters. This isn't like modern, times. This is back then where, we don't act like this anymore.
I think they should do it.
I think so too. And it's a good point. And, if Corlys wants to, then it shouldn't be an issue. But at the same time,
matter to.
Yeah, totally. But it's not up to Corlys. It's up to the queen. And if the queen does it right now, then it's going to look horrible for her and her family.
I think it's just because I really like Alan and I want him to be legitimized.
Yeah, so do I. I'm not saying I don't. I think they're both great. I think Adam was awesome.
Fine.
Dude, you have no idea. I love Adam. Adam's the man.
Dude, when Rhaenyra's listening to the petitioners, I like put myself in that situation. That seems like the most stressful thing in this world. Just listening to all these problems that people are having, and they're like, "So can you do this for me?" And of course, the small folk don't know that the keep is going under and that they have no money. Mm-hmm. So that seems like the most stressful job in the world.
Yeah, and it was just like when Aegon did it in season 2, when he first sat the throne and took some petitions. It was basically the same scene where you have these people with issues and they need to be solved and they're looking for help. And then the monarch or whatever goes, oh yeah, we can help that. And then Corlys or Otto, the hand of the king, has to go, actually, we can't really do that right now. We just got to tell these people to go fuck themselves,
And I like when she asked Alice about it. Like, she's like, how'd you handle with this? And she gave a really good answer, like explain that sometimes people are going to have to die. You're kind of going to have to pick which ones they are, and they're going to have to suffer and be poor and be hungry. And I loved Rhaenyra's decision was to go to the rich people and be like, fuck you, I'm taking your shit, and we're going to give it to the small folk.
Yeah, that was an awesome scene. Just serving the rats. I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought maybe there'd be something. Maybe she'd like kind of blow up and say, hey, you guys need to worry about the small folk more and just talk it out. But serving them the rats was really cool. I like that a lot. And that's the Rhaenyra. I want to see more of that Rhaenyra. I want to see her fucking get a little down and dirty, get angry, tell people to go fuck themselves. I want to see more of that. It's cool when we have a leader like that who just doesn't really give a shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I feel like
cares about people, but also when people screw her over, she's not going to take it lightly.
No, I agree, and I think that we're slowly seeing it throughout this episode that she's kind of lost her patience because she's lost now 2 of her children, and she is the queen, so she can do more with this power. And I think we're going to see more of that next episode, definitely, and the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I really hope we do, because she should, by now at this point, just have a strong lack of patience and just say, hey, I'm the queen, you're going to listen to me, which is kind of what I wanted all along. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's definitely grown as a character. She's not that little girl anymore who is listening to people. She needs to be in charge. And don't get me wrong, she has advisors and she recognizes that she has good advisors that she should and can listen to. But at the end of the day, it comes down to her. And if she wants a decision, she's going to make that decision. So I want to see more of that version of Rhaenyra, her making decisions, just, maybe not entirely on her own, but saying, hey, we got to do this. This is what I believe. I don't care how many people I piss off. I don't care how many lords and ladies I might get angry, but we're going to rob them. We're going to give the food back to the people who are starving. I thought it was a good scene and a good kind of like, reminder that Rhaenyra can do these things. She's not always going to be like crying and, like I said last episode, she's just crying and like, upset
You
all
you
the
called her
time.
weak.
I didn't. Well, I called her weak sometimes throughout the show. I don't know why I'm defending. It's a fucking fictional character. I'm acting like it's a real person. I'm going to offend. It's not a real person. I don't care. Yeah, she's been weak for like the past couple seasons, somewhat. But I hope she gets stronger. I want her to be stronger. I want her to say, "Hey, fuck you, eat my ass, bitch." All right, I'm going to do this. That's what I want. But speaking of Rhaenyra, I don't want to get into book spoilers, but I do know. I say this every episode. I have not read the books, but I do know a lot of the things that happens in the books. With Daemon sending Baela out to fly over and try to find Vhagar, which, by the way, that needs to stop happening. Where it's like the biggest dragon in the world, and everybody goes, nobody saw it. I don't know where it went. You know, it's just
Well, I mean, you could hide on like a mountain.
Don't get me wrong. I think people kind of misunderstand how big Westeros is. There is a lot of land for dragons to just kind of roam free, just like with Sheepstealer, just sitting in the Vale. There's a lot of open space that Vhagar could just have flown to. But at the same time, nobody knew which direction it flew from Harrenhal. I get most people are dead, but you think some farmer who was living close would have been like, "Oh shit, the biggest dragon in the world is flying west." Just probably tell somebody.
What you kind of make a point, because I thought about during the episode.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? By the time they get the info that the dragon's in one place, couldn't the dragon be like 150 miles in a different direction?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's not a post office; it's a goddamn raven. Yeah, it takes a long time. But I got sidetracked. I was gonna say when Baela comes back and she says, I haven't seen, or Daemon says that she didn't see Sheepstealer, but she did see Sunfire, and Sunfire is dead. Like there's a corpse of Sunfire. Yeah. Do you believe that? Because Sunfire is pretty important,
right?
No, Sunfire was Aegon's dragon. Meleys was Rhaenys' dragon. Yeah, that's dead. But Sunfire was Aegon's dragon, and that's pretty important. If that dragon is dead, that's a big change.
I don't know if it is, because I don't remember it being dead in the episode. You just see it laying there.
You see it laying there, and Kristen Cole in the first episode has a line. It's like, Aegon or Sunfire is like long in the dying or something. But then Daemon says that Baela said that she straight up saw its corpse.
Baela didn't know it was Rhaenyra's dragon. Rhaenys' dragon.
No, Aegon's dragon. So.
No, I'm saying maybe she thought it was.
Oh, maybe she thought it was Meleys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, I'm not going to spoil the book. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil the book. But if you want to know what happens, Joffrey literally says it in Game of Thrones. What happens with that dragon, the important thing. So if that dragon's dead, that's not only a big change just for this show, but if this show is a true prequel to Game of Thrones, it would change Game of Thrones. Yeah. It would retcon that. So I don't know.
For a lot of people,
it's pretty important.
I don't know. If you watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms too, they also spoil House of the Dragon. So there's
yes.
If you watch the other ones, you'll also get answers on what happens. Which, I mean, there's a lot of people that I bet know what happens in this, like by looking it up, but for a lot of reasons.
I mean, I know a lot of things. I just don't want to watch it.
Though. I don't think Sunfire's dead.
Sunfire has to be alive.
That's all I'm gonna say is I don't think so.
Yeah, it's got to be for sure.
Where were we? You made me lose track of where we were. Daemon knights Adam, Hugh, and Ulf. Ulf, I'm not gonna lie, actually is annoying me.
Yes.
Yeah, like I get that's the point.
He's a dirtbag,
but he's annoying as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's one of those characters that when he shows on the screen, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no, he's annoying as shit. He's just a drunk. He doesn't want to be there. He just wants the land and the titles and the women. He doesn't give a shit.
I like Hugh.
I did.
He was cool.
Oh yeah, he was cool. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him now that, skipping to the end, Ormond has taken Tumbleton, which is where Hugh says that his wife went to after he left King's Landing. So, if he finds out that the Greens have taken over Tumbleton, and if anybody finds out that the guy who's riding the second biggest dragon in the Seven Kingdoms for the Blacks if they find out that his wife is there, they're going to kill her immediately. So he needs to,
And it
if
seemed
he
like
finds
they were
out,
setting
he's
that
going
up
to get over
in
there.
this episode.
Yeah.
Like bringing up that.
So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, to see what happens with Hugh, and if he flies to Tumbleton and tries to fight, or if he just kind of sits back and says, takes order from Rhaenyra holds it back, maybe, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. But
Hugh's the one I'm not as worried about. I'm more worried about Ulf trying to prove himself, and the heat burns down the city.
yeah, yeah.
I love the idea still that I love that they don't know that Rhaena, right? Rhaena's the one who flies sheep stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that no one knows that that's who it was, and it was only Jace that knew, and Jace sadly didn't make it. So I think it's gonna be interesting when they figure that out, and it's the queen's stepdaughter killed her son and that girl's half brother.
Yeah.
Right, because that's Daemon's children. I think we talked about this last episode.
Baela and Rhaena are Daemon. Yeah, Daemon and Lena. Was it? Lena?
So many names that sound the same.
I don't know, dude. It's funny. I was watching it with my dad last night when it was coming out, and he paused it and he was like, "All right, I just need to recap. Who is who and who's related to who?" And I was like, "Fuck." So there's Aemon and Daemon, Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Rhaena. It just got more confusing trying to explain.
Almost every main character is related to another one.
Yeah.
Because the two best
100%.
friends, it's her stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else kind of...
Yes.
It's crazy. Just if you went up to someone, you're like, I'm watching this show where these two best friends, the one friend marries that girl's dad, and then the girl, because she's mad at her dad, marries the dad's brother. Then they have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now they're in a fight against one another.
Yeah. But also the dad's brother was married to her first husband's sister. So it was already kind of weird. Because they were cousins.
The whole show's so funny.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
The family trees in Game of Thrones are just circles. That's the only way.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a good story, but when George was writing it, he didn't take that. Because, like Game of Thrones, you have there's Ned Stark, and then Jon, Sansa, Arya, Brandon, and then fucking, how am I forgetting my boy's name? The oldest Stark. Oh my God, the king.
Oh, yeah.
Rob. Yeah. Jesus. But all the names are different enough to where it makes sense. You can follow it as a story. He was writing this just like, this is a fucking history book for this story. I don't really give a shit. And just wrote the same name and was like, I don't know, changed one letter. Perfect. Oh, the Tullys are here? Name them after fucking Muppets. That's going to go great. I don't care. He just got it done. And now we got to deal with it. They made a goddamn show.
And he was typewritering, and he wrote Adam, but put 2 D's. He's like, fuck it. Just
fuck
run
it.
Run with it.
Roll with it. Yeah. Hey, Alan, is that going to have 2 L's? No, just one. Do it normal. But no, with a Y. With a Y for Alan.
How do they spell it?
You got it, George. Alan is Alyn. Adam is Addan. Yeah, but I did, during the knighting thing, I did like Adam's reaction when Rhaenyra said Adam of the Hull. Yeah. Just his face is like, you fucking bitch, god damn it. And then Corlys exploding on her was
a really good scene. Really Corlys has been so good this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope his brother was looking down like, I fucking told you. Cut my head off for that shit, but I told you.
Corlys has been real, and I really love that he just absolutely freaks out. And when he's like, Jacaerys lived and died a bastard, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's a rough line. Another scene that was really cool was, even though I feel like there was one thing I agree with you, this is probably my least favorite of the 3 so far, but I still enjoyed myself. My big problem with this episode was there was 4 times the way that they edited a scene felt like it was the zoom out to cut to black. And they did it 4 times. And one of them is in the scene when Rhaenyra and Mysaria hand out the food. They start panning out, zoom out like they normally do.
Oh, yeah. That one. The zoom out, I was like, okay, that's the end of the episode.
And then there was another zoom out. I think it was not the next scene, but there's a scene after. Oh, it was after they figure out that Darren is not the real one. They they do a wider shot of it. I was like, oh, that's the end of the episode. Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
But yeah, going into that scene more in depth, which Rhaenyra's like, I'm gonna be so nice. I'm gonna let you see your son. I know he's been here for 2 days and I didn't tell you, but I'm gonna let you see him. And Allison's face, as soon as she walked in, I thought it was more for. I was like, oh, like her son's grown up so much since she last saw him. And then she like looks her near. I'm like, oh, that's not her kid. And I think like you said earlier, Olivia Cook does such physical acting in the scene where she doesn't say much. And I think that's I don't want Allison to be part of like what happened. I like the idea that she had no idea that this was going to happen. She had fully agreed to give up everything, and Ormond's just running it now.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of Ormond. Are we going to get Kristen Cole? I feel like he's been kind of sidelined this season after having such a major part.
Yeah, definitely in the first couple episodes, but he's on his way to Harrenhal. So I assume with because they bring it up next time when they're saying like, all right, where's Vhagar? That Vhagar destroyed Daemon's host at Harrenhal, and they don't know where Vhagar or Aemond are. But remember when they say that Aemond killed? It was the Strongs, right? The guys who were there in Harrenhal.
Yeah, he
were hanging out with Daemon last time.
Ford of whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Not
he
Ford,
killed them. Yeah, he killed them, and then Daemon was like, there was another woman there. Did you hear about her? And everybody's like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought that was cool how he's still like, Alice Rivers had a massive impact on Daemon. That he's like, is that bitch still there? I don't want her to be there. I don't want to go there.
So
Aegon, she was scary.
So he's still at Harrenhal.
Aegon?
Aemond, sorry.
No, Aemond, yeah.
Yeah.
Aegon is headed to Harrenhal, right? Is that where he was headed?
Aegon wants to kill Aemond, so I'm assuming he's going to try and find him at Harrenhal.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Aemond is definitely still at Harrenhal because he got stabbed and we don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's going to end up being fine.
That's how he died, though.
Oh, he just got poked in the belly. He's like, just a little... oh, man.
Even that dude was smart as hell. He stabbed him in between the armor.
Yeah. Although we know from last episode that armor doesn't really do it. He probably just stabbed him like right in the chest piece. Would have gone through, but whatever. Maybe Targaryen armor's better.
Yeah, maybe it is. It probably is better.
It probably is, yeah. Royal armor.
So they figure out Darren. It's not the real one. And the boy reveals that Ormond forced him to do this and bleached his hair and told him that if he says anything, he'll hang his mother. And this poor kid is like begging, please don't kill my mom. She's not a queen. She's not a lord. She's just a merchant. And you feel really bad for the kid. And I really liked Rhaenyra's response to it, that she's trying to figure out why. What are you going to gain from this unless he's going to try and make a push to the throne with Darren?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think Ormond still definitely wants the throne to a degree. If not, probably not for himself. I mean, maybe. Everybody in this world is selfish enough to want the throne. Yeah. But even if you say, maybe he pushes for Darren to get on the throne, or maybe he finds Aemond. Because remember, Ormond still thinks, at least thought, that Aemond was king, because Alicent sent him that note, kind of forging it in Aemond's name. But then he finds out in the beginning of this episode, when he bends the knee to Daemon, that obviously Rhaenyra is the queen now. So he's probably still like, hey, fuck that. She took the throne from my nephew. Yeah, he's Alicent's brother. So he took the throne from my nephew. Fuck that. I'm going to keep fighting. So I doubt he's going to try to put Darren on the throne. If anything, he's probably fighting for Aemond still, is my guess. Because he would still believe that. For king. Well, yeah, but Ormond probably still believes that Aegon is dead. Because I think a lot of people did. So he's probably trying to get back to the Red Keep, or at least somewhere close, or link up with Aemond, or at least maybe he can link up with Kristen Cole. Maybe he knows they're heading to Harrenhal if they got a Raven across. I don't know. So, but if they link up, that's a big army. Because Cole had a big army. The High Towers that's another fucking huge army. So that would be not very good for the old Blacks. That would not be fun.
Yeah, and it gets even worse once the Dragon Keeper informs Rhaenyra that Ormond has seized the town of Tumbleton, and they're keeping a young dragon inside the walls. So now the Greens have another dragon on top of already having the world's biggest dragon and the most dangerous dragon.
Yeah.
Which, that ends this episode, and I think next episode I want to see Rhaena. I want to see where her character's at. Rhaena and Aemon are probably the two that I think we need to see next episode. So it'll be interesting to see where they're at because I didn't want to watch the next week's episode. I did get a clip of it on Instagram. I know that they showed Tumbleton, so it's gonna be a
see Ormond just like mogging in front of that. Was that the shot you saw?
No, it was like a quick shot of like over the city, and they're walking.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're marching through the city. It looked pretty cool.
Gotcha. All right. I love Ormond so far. We haven't gotten a lot of him at all, but he's just aura farming, just like balling out. He's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm gonna be a smarmy little bitch.
They're aura farming against one another to start this episode.
yeah.
Damon and him.
Mm-hmm. I did like seeing Hugh in the background, just in that main in the opening shot. I liked seeing Vermithor.
Yeah,
for the first time because we've only seen him close up. It was cool seeing a wider shot of it just to see how big
small
it is. Yeah, it's not huge. It's supposed to be the second biggest dragon, so I thought it might be a little bit bigger. It's supposed to be
it's just a wide shot that it.
Yeah. It's not Vagar's size, but it's supposed to be pretty fucking big.
Yeah, I want to see dragon. More Sheep Stealer. That's a big old dragon. I want to see Vagar.
Thief Stealer.
I know. So next week we're doing the podcast on House of the Dragon, and we need something else to talk about because I feel bad doing these short episodes because there's not not a lot to talk about when we don't have
figure something out. We got any movies coming out?
Evil Dead.
Really?
Yeah, this week.
Is that soon? Huh. Damn.
And then Odyssey the week after.
Oh shit! Yeah. We could also do. When does this come out? July 10th.
I don't like.
Is that 4 days from now? Moana, live action Moana.
Oh no!
Fuck! I have no interest in seeing that fucking movie.
You know my thing. I refuse to watch.
Yeah, you don't see any of them.
Movies.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Brand new day, July 31st.
Dude, we have a packed month.
Yeah, I forgot the Odyssey was coming out. July 17th.
I have my tickets.
7. It's 2 weeks.
I'm very excited to go.
Hell yeah!
On a big old screen too.
Actually, is there a 70 millimeter? It has to be sold out.
Oh, 100%. It's definitely sold out.
2 p.m. There's one seat left for 2 p.m. All right, we got 5. We got one seat left for 5:40. There's 4 handicap spots, so if anybody's handicapped, feel free. Oh, 9:10 actually has some seats, but they're all right in the front.
Oh,
and then 12:45 a.m. has a pretty good amount of seats open, but I don't really know if I want
to. I'm seeing on Thursday. I'm going opening night.
Yeah.
This is probably the most anticipated movie that we've had on the show. I don't know. The Batman Part 1, we were pretty excited.
Yeah, Batman was exciting, but this is definitely.
This is the biggest solo IP.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some 8 a.m. seats.
8 a.m. Odyssey. Wake up with some coffee and watch the Odyssey.
You would love that. I am not a morning person. I don't
drink coffee.
Yeah.
No coffee for me. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. So we have a lot going on. Another solid episode, as Ryan said in the beginning.
2:15 a.m. on Saturday. Oh my god! Imagine getting that shift. Like, hey, sorry. Oh. Fuck. 2:15 in the morning. That has to be like quadruple overtime.
The worst cinephiles that come in to like watch that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god!
If I'm working that shift, I'm watching the movie. I would not care.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's the Odyssey. I'm watching this shit.
Yeah, I'm watching this shit.
I was wondering if anyone can comment down what movie I'm watching. I will.
Actually, don't, because I don't want to get sued.
So I said comment it. I didn't say what it was.
That'll bring more attention. Yeah, but they're gonna say what it is. It's not like it's not a popular movie.
Dude, you would be shocked. The people. This might be the first episode that we have a new editor. It's either this one or next one. So the episode might seem a little bit different. But if not, and this sounds like a normal episode, there's gonna be a nice little jump in quality in one of these next episodes. So.
Yeah, hopefully. Also, is there any more nudity after the opening scene? Because that will get us taken down.
I don't think so.
All right, good.
If there is, I'll just change my camera to vertical mode.
All right, great.
I don't think there is.
Because that will get us taken down immediately.
Get us taken down. No, there's definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's just the opening.
But thank you guys, everyone, for tuning into another episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Before we get out of here, though, we have to do our recommendation of the week.
Oh, I had one. Damn it. Oh, what was it?
That clip comes. I posted that clip, right? Yeah, I posted that clip of you doing your recommendation of the week. Telling people to go.
Oh, yeah, Teddy
Roosevelt.
It was good.
Dude, our TikTok kind of blowing up the last couple of days.
Yeah, dude. We're coming for those other guys.
We are coming.
Those other two guys that blew up immediately because they're funnier than us. Hell yeah, dude.
Who are you talking about?
Chance. I honestly don't know their names, and I don't even mean that to be an asshole. You've definitely seen them before. It's just another like film podcast, like comic book movie podcast.
Are they bigger than us show wise, or are they bigger than us clip wise?
Both at this point. I mean, their clips fucking blew up.
Damn, I gotta find these guys. Oh, is it the dude with the blonde hair and a mustache?
No.
Well, we're gonna come for them at some point. We've gained like 100-something followers in the last like 4 days.
Yeah,
we're
dude.
Coming for you guys.
We're coming. Boxing match.
No, I'm not boxing again. I already did this for the social media. I don't need to do that again. I need to get my ass beat. Speaking of boxing, go and watch Cinderella Man starring Russell Crowe. That's my recommendation of the week.
The Escape Pod podcast. I think that's what it is.
Oh, dude,
yeah, the Escape
they've
Pod.
been around like the same time we have.
I know, but they fucking just slingshotted around us, dude. Slingshotted.
They're huge.
I'm upset about it.
Well, they also get to do the show full time. They get to put out like 5 episodes a week. And they have a whole team. It's just us two idiots.
Because they blew up before us and got money. We need this.
We do need this.
And we're growing a team. We're growing a team.
Let's guest on the show.
We're getting our first team member. Yeah, come on our show.
Yeah, we are getting our first team member.
We're getting.
I don't want to say the person's name because there's some stuff we got to figure out first. But we'll introduce them next week.
I can't remember what I was going to recommend, but I did finally see Obsession, and it lived up to the hype. It was very, very good.
It is very good.
So go and keep giving that movie money, and the Backrooms, just any of those movies like that. That reminded me of the fucking Steven Spielberg Siren Head movie that they announced. That's gonna be
so cool. Steven Spielberg and Zach Kreger.
Yeah,
that's an insane producing duo. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of the Popcorn Podcast. We will be back next week to talk about episode 4 and possibly Evil Dead if Ryan goes and watches it.
I'll go see it. Probably just go see it with Connor.
Yeah, Connor will want to watch it. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Continue following us on all of our socials. I might be on live later. Well, this whole episode never mind. Don't worry about that part. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
See ya.